What's up, everyone? Today I wanted to show you the first basic algorithm scripting challenge, which is convert Celsius to Fahrenheit from the FreeCodeCamp website. The basic algorithm scripting challenges are a series of challenges that do not count towards the necessary projects to get the certification for JavaScript. But nevertheless, I think that it is very important to kind of solidify your knowledge in JavaScript through the solving of algorithms, even if they are basic. I mean, many people should practice more, and like that you get better. So we have basic algorithm scripting, convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So this is actually a very simple challenge where you just convert Celsius, an input of Celsius into an output of Fahrenheit. And there's a formula that lets you convert Celsius directly into Fahrenheit. But what I do not find helpful, especially if you're a beginner, is that FreeCodeCamp always puts some beginner code. And most of the time, if you are trying to solve a problem, you're going to begin from a clean slate. At least when you are solving algorithms or doing a tech interview or something like that. So I'm going to delete all of that. And we're just going to start from the beginning, just thinking about what do we need. So we have an input, Celsius. We have an output of Fahrenheit. And we want to know how can we get from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And we are like, okay, so Fahrenheit is equal to Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. So, that's basically the meat of the problem, right? Fahrenheit is equal to Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Now, we get a reference error. Celsius is not defined. Fahrenheit is not defined either. So the problem here is, well, we have to define both, right? Let's just do that. Fahrenheit and let's Celsius, right? The problem is Celsius is nothing, is undefined, If we console log Celsius, we're gonna notice that it is undefined. Semicolons everywhere after a statement, of course. So Celsius is undefined, and undefined times 9 divided by 5 plus 32 is going to give an NaN, not a number. What is input actually? Well, when we want to convert a number into another number, we mostly take a function. A function begins with f, like factory, because functions are basically factories. They transform some input into some output through the conversion and editing of some value. So let's just do the typical ES5 function. There's also ES6, which is newer. I actually don't know if in the curriculum here. Okay, yeah, so you should know about the ES6 because it comes before all the basic algorithm scripting. But let's do the ES5 function because the ES6 anonymous function, should not be used here because it's not anonymous. You have to call it every time. So function, and according to this, we should name it convert to f. Okay. It has a parameter, so that's the input. A parameter is input, although there are other types of input within a function. So let's just do that. Celsius. And remove this. We have the function there. And then we can call it. Let's see if it works. Let's see. 0. Console.log. Here. It's undefined. Well, because Fahrenheit here is also undefined. Then we try to change it, and yeah, it should return the correct value, right? But we are doing nothing with this function because it has no return statement. We are just changing a value, but the function does nothing. So when we console log Fahrenheit, it's undefined there, and then, but then it's 32 here because we already called the function. How can we do that this value gets changed within the function and not after you call it? Well, you define the Fahrenheit here, and you have to return a value because that's what the function will write into the console if it's a return value. So return Fahrenheit, and there we have it. I guess the other tests are also alright. And there you have it, from scratch, step by step. So if you like this video and you want more, then leave a like and subscribe.